Okay, so I'd like you to join me in this practice that we call Mindfulness 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's really helpful to engage all of our senses and bring us into the present moment. It's great to do as a standalone practice like we're going to do now, but you can also really use it on the fly. So I have a lot of students who use this in situations where they might be feeling a little anxious about things, at a medical appointment, out in public, during difficult conversations, just to really ground yourself in the present moment. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm actually kind of sitting up tall, but you could do it standing as well. And just turning your head from side to side. And as you do, take in 5 things that you see and mentally note them to yourself. Like I see a stone over here. I see a lamp. I see a pillow. I see the ceiling tile. I see a little yoga mat. Just notice 5 things that you can see in your space. And then we'll notice 4 things we can feel. So you could feel the texture of your skin. If you have jewelry on, that's a nice, easy thing to feel. You could feel the hands, the pressure of the hands against each other. You could feel the texture of your hair, your pant legs, a chair. If you had a pen, you could rub it between your hands. So 4 things you can feel, and literally feel them. Don't just think about them, feel them. And now we're going to pause and engage that sense of hearing. If you'd like, you could let your eyes soften a bit and see if you can notice any sounds that are further away, maybe outside of the space you're in. And then you might notice sounds that are closer in the same room. And maybe even notice sounds really close, like the sound of your own breath. And now bring attention to your nose. We're just going to take a breath in. Notice anything we might smell, any smells, or the absence of smell, just like that kind of clean, open air might be nice. If you had an essential oil, you could rub that in your hands and smell it. And then for 1, we're going to bring attention to our mouth, your tongue. Notice anything you can taste. It might be a drink or a meal or some toothpaste or something that you just had in there, but notice your tongue. Is there a taste there? Bonus is you could think of something that you would like to taste. So now take a moment and check in. We've engaged the 5 senses in a really strategic way. Notice anything that may have shifted for you. Sometimes with these practices, we need to layer them in. We need to add a few things together sequentially in order for our nervous system to come back to that state of balance. So hopefully you notice some shifts with your nervous system. And if not, you could try it again. You could do an add-on when we turn our head and we're looking. I just did a very general vague of 5 things you could see. You could also turn your head and get more specific. So you could notice specific colors, maybe noticing everything in your space that is the color green. You could also notice shapes, anything that's rectangular or circular. You could notice textures. So you can expand this practice in lots of different ways, or you can keep it really simple like what we did. When you're out in the field, so to speak, you don't have to worry about which one was 3 and which one was 4. You could just engage the senses in any way that you like. So seeing, feeling, hearing, smelling, and tasting. Love to hear how that goes for you.